First, for some reason, first, he's accompanied by the good neighbor, John Ross. He is not the imagined.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He is not.
He's the reigning and defending, undisputed
Very disputed.
champion of the world.
Very disputed. He is the great neighbor, James Ross.
These two get weirder by the second.
I'm going to have to see video of this. I'm going to straight out say they're lying.
Yeah, I'm going to guess.
His opponent, he is accompanied by the Alpha, Rick Matthews. He is the current reigning and defending Imagine Live champion. He is the side show psycho, Malaki Gage.
A little unstable and incredibly able. Malaki Gage is all game.
Big kid, man, standing about 6'1 and a half. Ton of ability. An incredible athlete.
Aggressive.
Aggressive, mean. I mean, he can be downright mean sometimes. He is a full package as far as it comes to being an in-ring competitor.
You make sure they stay back. Make sure they stay back. Steal the championship. I can do
I have a feeling James Ross here is in for a rough night under the big top with a very PO'd Malaki Gage. I'm not going to use swear words on the program here.
These Rosses are looking to get beat up tonight. I swear that's what's happening, right?
Oh, I'd love to be the one.
You're going to get your opportunity this Saturday night. Of course, that's one of the big feature bouts this Saturday night. At the King of Altoona, Jimmy the High Flying Hippie will be going against the King of Bulls Creek, John Ross.
Bulls Creek.
The special place outside of Roaring Springs.
I thought you were going to say it's right outside of Rio de Janeiro.
Claysburg, I guess.
All right, we're underway here.
Here we go. Two very young, very hungry athletes. Of course, Malaki Gage has a little bit of the experience edge here. He has fought for the heavyweight title on numerous occasions. Came within an eyelash again on numerous occasions. Wildly popular wherever we go is the Sideshow Psycho. And then you got, this James Ross who, I'm not afraid to admit it, has a very high wrestling IQ. But at the same time is willing to skirt the rules at every opportunity.
Absolutely. Little known fact about James Ross, leader of the chess club in high school. Malaki Gage backing him up there. Very, very intense Malaki Gage here. Malaki Gage, of course, two-time All-American from Ringling Brothers University. I don't know if you know that or not, Kato.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
There.
Yeah. Not sure I believe that, but sure. This James Ross here.
Going to go with a knuckle lock.
I think this is a mistake by James Ross. He's not going to, he's losing a few inches of height. He's certainly losing a few pounds. Probably a good, what do you think, 15 pounds lighter than Malaki Gage.
Easily.
And I wouldn't say he has the strength advantage over Malaki Gage either. Where I say the advantage lies for James Ross is first, he's got this idiot on the outside who you cannot predict what this guy's going to do. And secondly, again, we talk about it time and time again, bright kid. I don't know what his IQ is, but if you were to tell me it's 130, 140, I would not dispute it. He is as bright as the day is long, and on top of that, a high wrestling IQ, which is something altogether different. We always sort of joke about Gorgeous Gregory and his low standard IQ because he seems like an idiot, but then when he gets in the ring, he's a handful, and he is bright and knows where to be and what to do.
He absolutely is. He's not just quick, he's very sudden. He almost makes up for the lack of wrestling ability of his father, John Ross. It'll be interesting to see what the Ross brothers' tactics change here with the big, mean alpha breathing at him across
brothers,
the ring.
they're not
brothers, whatever they are. It's father, son.
Beautifully done. That's what I'm talking about. This kid can flat out wrestle whenever he wants to.
That was a deep arm drag.
That's the disappointing part about this. Whoa! Japanese arm drag. When's the last time you've seen that in a match? Followed up by the standard Ricky the Dragon Steamboat style arm drag. Beautifully done.
Beautifully done. Down in the basement deep with that arm drag.
Kids can flat out wrestle. There's no two ways about that.
Ross and son trying to call a timeout here.
Yeah, there's no timeout. Let's count them out. Let's count them out.
1, 2.
Come on, see if he got any guts, any cojones here. Is he going to get back in the ring?
4.
Talking strategy, what kind of strategy conversation do you have with a maniac like John Ross?
And anybody that's listened to John Ross speak knows he ain't saying nothing in 6 seconds.
Oh! Point of the boot right in the solar plexus. Good night.
Almost
Pulls him in the hard way.
Almost goes on his head. He knocked that diamonds off that stupid sweater with that kick.
Good God, that was a violent kick. Followed him in by slingshot him inside of the ring. And now he has a full arm drag and twist. He chopped him right in the arm.
Chop to the bicep and a kick to the tricep.
Good God. He said at the beginning of the match, before they even started, Malaki Gage said he was going to rip that arm off. And he seems to be well-intentioned on getting it done. Oh, kick right in the shin. A little bit of sweet shin music.
Yeah, high ankle kick there. Follows it up with a hammerlock. Throws that shoulder right into that ring put, right into the turnbuckle pad.
You know, I'm a little surprised guys throughout wrestling history haven't sort of focused more on the high ankle. That's one of those injuries. It's extremely hard to come back from. A low ankle sprain, you can get over in a week or two. A high ankle sprain, months to recover from. You've not really seen guys target that too often.
Very dangerous technique there by James Ross with that high ankle kick. A little higher and he can hyperextend that knee. I mean, a lot of damage can be done.
And now, you know, he's returning the favor and kicking. This is a battle of who's going to rip each other's arm off here.
Almost like a liver kick there, kick to the side.
Oh, there's no debate about where that kick landed. It was hard in the arm. And now he drops his arm. Why is this idiot carrying that belt around? John, you're just gonna make the alpha beat the snot out of you. I'm trying to figure out what this idiot is doing.
He's inching around. He's not trying to stay on his side of the ring. This is what he's doing.
Hold it up so he can see himself get beat. Yeah. Look at him.
It'd be a real shame if Malaki Gage would punch him right in the face.
Hey, I didn't touch him. He tried to hit me. Put the belt down.
James Ross, sound strategy, staying on that arm.
He has picked out a body part, and he is breaking it down, much in the way that you would have seen the Horsemen in the 80s do it.
Much like referee Mike Zeke here, I can't allow myself to be distracted by the antics of John Ross.
He is distracting. The weirdness has such a distracting, it's almost mesmerizing, hypnotic, the way the craziness of John Ross comes across.
Yeah, it's very troubling to me. This man's not stable at all. It's borderline insane, to be honest with you. The influence he has over his son here is just it's a bad situation for young James.
And you do wonder how much of that is he's really crazy and how much he's just getting in people's head. That's the problem. You don't know.
Yeah, no one blurs that line more than John Ross. Malaki Gage with a handful of face.
Not above breaking the rules himself as Malaki Gage. This man is a wild man. There's no two ways about it.
Well, and you think about the wars we've seen him have with his father and father, Lucio DeVere, and the weapons and the thumbtacks and the crazy things we've seen.
Whoa!
Oh, right in the sternum.
Good God. How do you like to be on the receiving end of that kick? That is a good way right underneath the ribs there to knock the wind out of somebody. That was violent and sudden.
Great officiating. Mike Zeke right in there to check on his man. Malaki Gage able to continue here, but he is hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that was as violent as a kick as we've seen in quite some time in this building. And again, he is making work of those, I guess you'd call them educated feet.
I suppose so. The overachiever, James Ross, has his man right where he wants him here.
At what point, though, when you keep seeing efforts like this from James Ross, do you stop saying when he wins, is it an upset anymore?
Exactly. I would say his win-loss record might be better than his father's at this point.
I would wholeheartedly agree with that. Wholeheartedly. This kid is high IQ and a good athlete, and mean. I mean, here we go, driving the point of the knee right into the insert of the elbow.
Very, very deliberate style from James Ross.
Again with those knees. Malaki Gage was trying to get away from that, unable to get separation.
Boy, a ham just like his father. James Ross has no trouble finding that camera to give that stupid smile.
What did he think? He was just going to leave his arm out there the whole time for him to drop a knee?
Who knows? Who knows?
That's some of the coaching of his father, I assume.
Oh. Snapped that arm, going between the ropes, snapping that arm on his way through.
That is some unique offense here. I know you can't see it on camera right now. These idiots are sort of walking around waving.
They're going to put their hands on the cameraman there. Alpha takes exception to their antics. I'd love to see the Alpha brain both of these dorks.
Yeah, dorks. It's a word we haven't used in this building in a while to describe the Ross and Son dynasty, but dorks.
Dorks.
What a pair of dorks. These sweaters.
The sweater and wrestling singlet look,
Do you
man,
remember,
never lost on me.
Do you remember when John Ross was obsessed with weed whackers?
I do.
God, that was weird.
Yeah, do you remember when he threw baloney? And man, this guy's done so many weird things.
Yeah. Tell you what, there's nothing weird about that top wrist lock. He got all the leverage. He's up over the top of him. He's pulling down hard on the wrist, putting all that torque on the shoulder and elbow. Double wrist locking it even. He's got excellent technique and excellent form. Oh, he held on a little too long, though. Looked like he twisted his body pretty hard coming down on that floor. This may be the opening that Malaki Gage needs here.
Kind of a nasty fall there for James Ross. Malaki Gage's going to get a little breather here. See if he can recover. He's
the opportunity.
clutching that elbow, clutching that arm hard.
There he is trying to fight up from underneath. Good solid ground game coming out of Malaki Gage, and that shot caught him hard in the stomach. That could be a game-changing punch right there.
I think it is. John Ross looks very, very upset here.
Oh, my God!
Right in the mush.
Good God, did he ever catch him with that elbow?
James Ross in the corner counting his teeth. European uppercut.
Caught all that. You could hear the slap of flesh against the chin of James Ross. And now, fighting with one arm is Malaki Gage. Starting to build some momentum, and straight across with a big boot.
Throws him out into traffic, comes back across with that kick. James Ross is out flat. Malaki Gage on his feet, ready to go here.
This could be it. He might be setting him up for something big. Could it be time? He picks, not able to pick him up. A mistaken strategy. Oh, no mistake there.
Right
Good God. Wow, James Ross showing some toughness. That clothesline was a nightmare. I mean, it came straight from hell.
James Ross on the mat. His father very, very concerned here, and he should be. That clothesline was vicious.
Here we go. This could be the moment. Whoever can find the next level reserve, this could be it. Picks him up high on his shoulders. James Ross fights back. Come on! It's right to the referee.
In front of the referee.
Ring the bell! Ring the bell! Disqualification!
Oh, here we go.
Come on. These two. Now they might get their asses kicked here by the watch. This might have been a mistake by John Ross. Now his son's not the champion. He blew his title match for him.
And the Rosses are going to run out of here with their tails tucked again.